We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey, it's To The Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
Yeah, Mike, hey, listen though.
Hey, how's it going? Tonight we're missing Vince. I mean, Vince is out there, but he's not here with us tonight.
Is he out there though?
Yeah, September 29th. It's our 37th episode of this year. I think we just hit a full year's worth, like an anniversary on Spotify, that is. So, what's going on, Leo?
I don't know, Mike. You know, a lot of things going on right now. You think Vince is out there though somewhere? And Vince, if you're out there, man, you know, just let us know.
Sorry, man.
Oh man, that scared me. Oof. Don't mind us, man. But yeah, Vince, if you're out there, you know, don't forget to let those people know wherever you're out there to give us a like. Hey, you just muted me. No, you muted me.
No, I muted me.
Okay. So anyways,
so
give us a like and give us a share, you know, to all those platforms that are out there, you know.
I'm really pushing X right now. Not
Mike
the drug,
yeah.
but the platform.
Mike is pushing X.
It's kind of weird saying that, though. You know, like, I mean, not a lot of people in my area are on Twitter,
right.
but they've all done X.
Done X. Oh,
back in the day. So it's kind of weird saying, you know, I'm pushing the X.
I'm pushing the X.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
no, yeah, you're right. Because the other day you put me back on the X. I mean, I haven't been back on
I
there.
think I tagged you in something.
Yeah,
We're a verified account on Twitter or X for now to see what kind of traction we can pick
go
up.
on there right now.
Yeah. You can like you were saying though. If you're on Twitter or X, make sure you follow us, and even if you're not, get on there and get it. You know, just subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. We're also on Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Spotify. Did I say Rumble? And True Social.
No, but if you didn't, go ahead and say it one more time.
Yeah, no, there's too many of them. I gotta write it down. I just can't. I gotta make a list of things to post to too. Sometimes I forget about something, but.
Oh yeah.
Well, we had quite a bit to talk about. One of the things was, speaking of X, was Elon Musk he's been testing out the live streaming on X, which tonight is our first night live streaming on X.
Right.
So hopefully we pick up some followers. If you like us, even if you don't, man, shoot us a like in a DM or something like that. I don't care. It's kind of new and we're just playing around. We're not anywhere near experienced. If you just catch our channel on X because we're live streaming, just check it out. You know, if you got some comments you want to add, shoot them on over. I don't know how I can import comments from Twitter and like a live chat, but if I can figure it out, I will. It seems to be software changes every week. But Elon making a surprise visit to the border to test out the live streaming capabilities. I'm not quite sure why he did it, but he's emphasizing the problem at the border, which seems to be a common subject that pops up for us. And I'll play his little trip there. And the video next to it is actually a family crawling through razor wire with a 2-year-old.
Obviously, Elon here. I'm at Eagle Pass, just arrived, and we're just going to go around and talk to the major officials and law enforcement and whatnot that are here and just kind of eyeball the situation, get a sense for what's going on, and so you can get the kind of like the real story. Obviously, Elon here.
Yeah, so that was Elon there. He was also with a congressman from that district who should have been, should he have been, but AOC called the whole stunt out because right now they're supposed to be figuring out what to do to keep the government from shutting down. So the guy with Elon Musk just happened to be a representative from that district, and he wasn't in Washington to vote. He was with Elon at Eagle Pass, which seems to be, they say, the hottest crossing point during the Biden administration. I'm not sure why, but we've talked about it before. And Texas puts out razor wire. They put out barriers and stuff like that to try and divert people into other areas where that might be even, try to divert people altogether. But if they're going to find a way, you want them to find a safer way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want them to have to crawl through razor wire, but the coyotes who bring these people up there, which they're from all over the world, not from Mexico only, they're from all over.
Yeah, because they're risking their lives too.
They don't know. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't know.
A lot of them are Chinese. I watched a video the other day. A guy at one of the immigrant, I forget what they processing facilities, and there was a line, probably 200-300 men. And as he walked by it, he was asking where everybody was from, because the narrative is they're refugees from Venezuela. But no, I would say 8 out of every 10 were from China. And every time the guy filming it would say, "Oh yeah, China," and they'd be like, "Yeah," and they'd be like, "Xi Jinping, who's the president," and they would just be like, they would just shut up and they wouldn't say yay or nay. Like, so are they refugees, or are they just coming over here to push their thing? We've heard about their secret Chinese police stations here in the States to keep a track on their citizens and stuff.
My mom has said, she just told me a few little stories about whenever they, crossed the border and how they had to do it and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. It's deep.
That's my bad right there. It's always something.
You're the technician. You should know by now.
Well, I didn't realize my volume. My volume's never up.
Yeah, we know that.
But crossing that border,
but yeah, she'd always, once in a while, she'll say, "Oh, this is what happened," or "This is what what happened," and you saying, about refugees and stuff like that, it's not just that, like women and like kids, they got raped.
Bad things happen.
Bad things happen, and if they were happening back then, when there was not so much social media, not so much stuff going on then that people didn't really know about, or not that they didn't know about it, but people were more of, how can I say it, more like you didn't have to be so much on aware of your surroundings 24/7. You see what I'm saying? As of today, you have to watch your back 24/7 because you don't know what's gonna happen. As versus back then, so this is I'm referring back to the 90s, or late I'm gonna say early mid 1980s, somewhere around there is whenever they came over here. But yeah, she would say stories and stuff like that my dad would tell her, don't listen to them crazy women, and she would be like, my dad knew what those crazy women would be. They would be like hookers or whatever. They would try to reel in the men to waste their money on them, or whatever. Not just. I'm not just saying females were getting abused or stuff like that, but also men were getting abused. Were taken advantage of because, they would suck up the few little money that they would have for their traveling to wherever they were going to, and these females, they just sucked them away by taking their money away from them, or whatever, vice versa. The men also, abuse the women, and be like, hey, listen, you have to sleep with us. We have to rape you. We have to do this to you to be able to, so that you want to be safe.
Yeah, we'll keep you safe.
We'll keep you safe. This is part of the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to be safe? Okay, hey, guess what? You're on your own. So-and-so is going to still rape you anyways. Either or, you're still going to get it. So it's just sad, that it's just all this stuff is still going on. And my mom would say that she's like, you could see it, like the men would just snatch the women or snatch the kids. Oh, you're together? This is the family? Yeah, okay, well, you guys go here. Oh, you guys have kids? You guys are traveling with kids? Yeah, we're traveling with kids. Okay, get your kids, get your family. Come on, let's go. You guys go this way. Oh, you're by yourself? Okay, you go this way. You know, so again, all those coyotes and all these people, like, they know, man. They don't care what they're doing.
Yeah, they're not good people.
They're not good people.
Evil does exist.
Oh, yeah, it does exist.
Speaking here's...
But you know what, Mike? You know what? Not just evil exists, but I'm going to say hunger. Because, man, you will do anything to feed your family.
For sure.
You will do anything to feed your family. And at that time, but then there again, there's a time where you're like, okay, I have enough that I have fed my family. Let me step away from this. You know? But then, is there a way that you could step away from it if that income is so easy? Yes.
I don't know. I think if you're not totally given into the evil, I think you would get out of it as soon as you could. I mean, not everybody has the choice either.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm for the coyotes or I'm against the coyotes or anything. But I mean, I'm glad they were able to help. In some cases,
the coyotes aren't there willingly either.
No, you're right. Yeah,
you know, they're working for somebody else. Cartels are horrible.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm not from there and I don't have family from there.
Well, it is. See, I don't think there was I'm sure there was a cartel back then or whatever, you know.
There was.
You know, but it wasn't as tight as it is.
Well, it was different because they had a more conservative president.
So, you know, I'm sure there was, you know, okay, you guys work for this. Even when I used to travel with my mom to go to Mexico, Mike, this is let me just finish saying this. Like, I'm glad for the coyotes because they helped out my family get here. You know, I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not saying they're doing good things. I'm not saying they're doing bad things, because some families do get good things out of it, you know. I'm not saying they don't, you know. But then there again, they're not supposed to be doing these things, you know. Like, there's other ways to do these things. But yeah, man, there's some shady shit, man. I remember being, I don't know, a teenage kid and traveling to Mexico with my mom. You know the Azteca right here in Felsmere? Yeah. Shout out to Felsmere, because, you know, we know a couple people from Felsmere. You know that little store that's right next to it, El Ranchito?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so there used to be a bus, okay? You would buy a ticket, you know, and this bus would take you all the way from here, all the way to Texas. I think it was Houston, Texas, right? And then from Houston, Texas, you would buy another ticket. And this ticket would take you all the way to Mexico, to Monterrey, right? And then from there, you would buy yourself another ticket back to Zacatecas, to where we would go. And then we'd just get a taxi or a bus or whatever, or just something shorter to take us into town. But when I tell you there was some shady shit, man.
I've heard.
Like some shady shit, even man. Now. Like it was some shady shit, man. Like even now, I was as a teenager, man. Like we would leave here from Felsmere and then stop at like Haines City and then pick up a few people, and then from Haines City we would stop at Tallahassee. Back then, I didn't know what Tallahassee was. But then after growing up and me going to Tallahassee and stuff like that, then I knew. Whenever I first went up to Tallahassee, Mike, my jaw just dropped. I was like, I've been here before.
Yeah.
And
the bus route.
And then now, my wife was with me, and she's like, "What do you mean you've been here before?" I'm like, "I've been here before." I was like, "We stopped here." She's like, "What do you mean?" So then I told her, you know, I was like, "This is where we would stop." But it would be some shady shit, man, especially at the border. You know, like they would, before we would get to the border, going in and going out, nice and easy, because there was 2 drivers, and that bus did not stop, Mike. I'll tell you that bus did not stop.
To keep it moving, it's
he would
money.
Keep it moving, man. It was moving, hustling, man.
If you think about it, I mean, you're getting these people
right, but this
long
is
distances.
But this
quickly.
this was the trick, though, right? So before maybe an hour or an hour and a half before we even get to the border. You know, the lights would turn on and say, "Hey, you know, we're about to right to the border, if it's up to you guys if you guys want to make the trip quick and easy, or if you guys want to unload, be checked, be this, be that. It's going to take 2 hours if you guys want to do all that, or if you guys want to get to your destination as quick as possible, it'd be just $10 for everybody, you know."
And then what?
But Mike, that bus was packed.
What was the $10
$10
doing different?
Huh?
What was doing it different?
We didn't get checked. You just go right through the fucking passport.
Oh, so somebody at the border.
Done.
somebody at the border had an express lane going.
Just for that
Yes.
bus.
I
For
gotcha.
every single
Yeah.
fucking bus that came through there, Mike. So tell me $10 or whatever at the time said, hey, whatever the bus driver collect at the time, say, hey, give me 10 or give me 20 or whatever it was. There's always a different price.
So now going into Mexico, this would be the Mexican authorities collecting, probably, right? Probably on both sides. There's probably
Mike, we would do it going in and going out.
Oh yeah. Well, I think you have to go through both customs both times. But,
Yeah, you do have to go through customs at both times. But
makes sense.
if you want to,
Unless you pay $10.
or
Well,
whatever,
now it's,
or-
now
I'm
it's
just
probably
throw-
$100.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a number, you
Yeah.
know. But tell me that's not some shady shit, man.
So what if everybody else wanted to pay but not you? You gotta walk through.
Yeah,
You
they'll
off
make you
the
walk
bus.
through.
Get off the damn bus.
They get off the bus and guess what? They're gonna leave.
I
your
mean, I
ass.
laugh, but that's not.
No,
I mean,
they will leave your ass, Mike, and you have to hop onto another bus.
Yeah.
See you later, man.
I think the difference between today and then is the quality of people
Yeah,
coming
man,
over.
it's just some
You know,
shady
back
shit,
then
man.
it was definitely more of for a better living. Now I'm scared it's not. I'm
No, it's
scared
not.
it's
Oh, no.
infiltration
Oh,
and
yeah, absolutely.
insurgencies from China, Middle East, South American countries. You know, all these Venezuelans. I don't know if they're all copacetic. You know, are they really do they really need asylum, or are they more eyes? Because if Venezuela, don't forget, was not far off from what Cuba was
No.
and is, and it's a super communist, and we are definitely anti-commies.
Yeah.
This video, this isn't a video. This is just a picture of
So that's my little
AOC.
story for today. You know,
yeah.
just some shady shit, man. It's just it's just the government, man.
This picture is AOC fake crying at a border fence, and this was her yesterday. Her tweet dogging the congressman and Elon for a photo op at the border. But there, because the big talk is right now is funding of the government. So
Right.
this time last year they passed an omnibus bill, which means it's like fund everything, just throw everything in one pot, and we just fund it.
Right.
Divide the money up and fund it.
Right.
Right now, like Freedom Caucus members on the Republican side don't want something like that. They want single subject appropriation bills, so they can not fund what they don't think needs funding.
Yeah.
And there's big talk right now about government shutdown, and Border Patrol would take a hit, they claim. They always throw out all these services that are going to get cut if they don't pass this bill. But
Mike,
they just need to just like
Yeah.
quit bullshit in America and cut the fat out of it. What are you going to say?
I don't know. It's something I was watching a commercial or something, and I just lost it.
Well, my problem is though with these bills, when a congressman introduces a bill
Right.
for funding, it's got like 10 to 20 to 30 other items that's going to get money out of this bill, but it's not the focus of the bill. It's just piggyback. It's pork fat.
Right.
And I forget what the other terms are called for it. So a lot of shit comes from one bill,
Yeah.
They don't want that. They want clean funding. They want to set funding for Homeland Security or funding for Border Patrol or whatever it may be, EPA, CIA, whatever. All that stuff requires funding, and there's a lot of it. But
Mike, so what do they do with all that money that they take from all these drug dealers and stuff like that?
to be honest with you, I don't freaking know. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. With the deficit we're at, it's like trillions of dollars. You can Google it or something like that. But we'll never pay that back. It'll never get paid back. That number's only going to grow. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they just keep printing it. They've got
yeah, but I'm just saying, like
unlimited amount of paper,
I know,
and they
but
will keep printing it.
I know, but you know how they sometimes they say, oh, we bust so and so, and they had so much money. We bust so much money. They had, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw a number. They had 10K.
It probably, if
What-
it's
what-
not,
what
if
happens
it's
to that
not
money?
owed to somebody involved, like a victim that's
Right.
suing or something like
Right.
that, it probably goes into a victim fund or some legal fund like that. or I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Because I mean, let's face it. You're riding around with 10 grand in your pocket, and you get pulled over, and you also happen to have a bag of weed. Guess what?
Oof.
That 10 grand's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
You're a drug dealer now.
Yeah, it's gone.
You don't even have to have that weed in separate bags. You got cash. What do you got the cash for?
Yeah.
And they're gonna interrogate you until
yeah.
they find out why you got
absolutely.
that much cash. And the right answer is not gonna ever be the right answer for them.
No, it's never gonna be.
You can't get caught with that much cash, and that's more current events. They're doing away. They don't care about the deficit. They don't care about the inflation, because eventually you're going to beg for a digital currency, a CBDC or whatever the hell it's called. It's coming, and our friends at TGI now talk about it quite a bit. I know, but it's the dollar ain't shit. When we're spending the big thing, Rand Paul, who I don't believe is part of the Freedom Caucus, but his stand right now is he will vote for a continuing resolution bill, which means keep things going the way they are as long as it subtracts any funding for Ukraine. But they won't take him up on his offer. Matt Gaetz, a congressman from here in Florida, he's the one leading the charge on clean single subject resolution. Right. He's actually they're going after the speaker Kevin McCarthy for not holding his deal, right, with the rest of them. But it's I mean, a government shutdown, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, well, I mean,
does it mean anything to you? What are we gonna? We're working blue collar.
Yeah, what is it gonna stop? It's not gonna stop me from.
I don't receive benefits that are dependent, and even if I did, they're funded for like another 3 months, I believe, or 2 months.
Like the other day, I didn't even know there was a holiday. The other day.
No, I don't even. What holiday?
Monday is some kind of Jew holiday, but I made sure.
Oh, Rosh Hashanah or Rosh Hashanah.
I made sure to write it down on my calendar. That way, it reminds me 3 weeks before. That way, I can put it in at work.
Oh, religious reasons.
Religious
Why
reasons.
not?
Why not, man?
Yeah.
Everybody else takes advantage of the system. Hey,
Right.
if it's there for a reason. That's what Trump said.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, if it's there.
Actually, I don't know the specifics on Jewish holidays. Maybe some of our friends do, but
it doesn't matter if it's there for a reason. Hey, I want to take it off because of religious reasons. What does it matter to you? I might feel like a Jew today. I am not eating bacon today.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna eat that slice of bacon today. I'm gonna get some turkey bacon or something else, but I'm not gonna eat that piece of turkey or that bacon today. You know, I don't know, man. It's just weird. What was I gonna tell you too, Mike? I was gonna ask you something. I don't know. Oh, you know what? You know what I was gonna ask you?
What were you gonna ask me?
Ask you.
What were you gonna ask me?
You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you
You forgot.
that after
Again.
after you graduate, I was talking to somebody, and we came up with the solution that after you graduate, I think there should be a requirement that you go into the military or whatever kind of whatever kind of army or whatever kind of thing for at least 1 year.
2. But okay, I can get on board.
I was giving them at least 1 year,
I say 1 year,
and then they can
and then
decide.
1 year reserve.
And then they can decide what they want to do.
1 year
after.
reserve, right? And then the option, at the 1 year.
Because
and
we're not
2 year
teaching our
too.
kids no.
I'm afraid 1 year is not enough. So if you get 1 year service, including the training, and it's not a full year. It'd probably be like local, doing some training for a couple 9 weeks, and then maybe deployed after 3 weeks, and then maybe home for a couple weeks. But then the second year, I think it should be a reserve status, maybe a 2 year reserve status after 1 year.
Right.
Not that I want to have reserves, but the more people that we have,
the better.
Have the right head on their shoulders, the better. I think the better off we are.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not looking at it as well. I'm not looking at it as like, oh, let's put a gun on these people's hands and stuff like that. No, I'm looking at it as like, let's give these people, train them basic skills, basic everything. Let's train them how to turn on a lawnmower or how to mix gas with the oil that you're gonna need. You know, just basic stuff that in real life, but with like an attitude, with a sense of urgency. You know.
Well,
I keep going with like sense of urgency because nowadays these kids, not even kids, just adults, like real human adults, like literally have no sense of urgency. They're so lazy, Mike, that I feel like if they would put them through some kind of training, some kind of something, like their brain would snap out of it.
I think,
or maybe they're just built that way.
Here's the problem. They're already indoctrinated in elementary school, junior high school, high school. They're already... So once you get them in the military, let's say you do get them in the military at 17, 18 years old, they're already at a handicap, I believe. Are you getting what you want in the military? Like, I don't know if I would want to deploy all, everybody. I mean, not everybody's made for deployment, first of all, but I don't really know if I want to put Blue Hair Susie, they, them into the Marines or the Air Force or the Army Reserve or Coast Guard, Navy, whatever.
No, but I'm just thinking of it more as like, you know how people are always complaining about like, oh,
in a lot of countries do that
about like student loans and stuff like that, and then they come to realize, you know what, maybe school wasn't for me. I'm going towards that direction, towards because the government and just the school system, like, don't want to teach our kids like common blue collar just skills, that kids need to be that kids need to be taught. Do you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah, so
we're not
like
being
I said,
specific.
in my world, my metaverse, I think I would have. It would be nice if they weren't indoctrinated so early on, because
yes, I agree.
Get these whatever, but get them in for a couple years, and like you said, teach them valuable fields, whether it's mechanics, farming,
air conditioning,
economics, whatever,
legal,
marketing, law, anything you can put them through school.
Yes.
And have them as reserves.
I'll give you an education. Give me
a year.
Give me a year. Give me 2 years of your basic training,
and then you're a reservist as long as you're under a scholarship.
Absolutely.
For the military.
Yep, absolutely.
If we go to World War III, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to come because
absolutely.
Joe Biden's taking us
I would
to
sign
Russia.
up, Mike. You don't even know.
You're a little too old now. How old are you now?
Man, 36.
Oh yeah, you're past it. I think, and maybe the Army might take it. Well,
I'm a little too old, man.
After 9/11,
physically, Mike, I'm not built for that, man.
Yeah. I think after 2011, the Army raised the age to 40, but I think they brought it back down to 36. So
come at me.
I thought about it.
All them 20-year-old little boys out there, come at me, bro.
I thought about it after 9/11, but if you think about it, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. There's people born at have no idea the gravity of what happened that day.
No, they don't. They don't.
It's just like how many people enlisted for that reason. Speaking of Governor Ron DeSantis, that's supposedly why he joined. He passed up lawyer jobs and stuff like that. He was a graduate of Harvard and really successful future ahead of him, but he decided to join the Navy and I didn't know, like they're saying, I'm not pro DeSantis at all. What I didn't know was he wasn't really in a combat position. He was more on legal affairs, but he did get, I think, a Bronze Heart. I'm not military, so I'm not sure. I might have it wrong, but it was some type of honor for putting your life in harm's way for somebody else, in your unit.
Right.
And he don't talk about it, I guess, and neither does the Navy. So who knows what that was like? I don't know if you've ever seen the show Jag on TV.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't think it was like that. That was more Hollywood. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I still don't like him. I still think he's establishment. He's a puppet of the frickin' Bush administrations.
But I don't know. That was a discussion or a little talk, that I had with somebody. We're like, I think that would be a good thing, man. And I think a lot of people would be out of debt too. Because a lot of people do want to study. They do want to do these things, but some people don't have the financially, way to do it. I know I didn't. That's what I'm saying.
So
you know,
here's my proposal.
That's what's,
You're only eligible for government scholarship or voting if you do your minimum basic training,
right.
which would include a trade, even if it's a fast track trade.
That's all right.
I think, I mean, I'm all for Vivek Ramaswamy had proposed maybe putting even the slightest requirement as to registering for the draft.
Right.
Which, I mean, I thought every 18-year-old got the card. When I did it, I think only the guys got it. But I think everybody gets it now. And I don't know if you've ever remember doing a draft card. I did mine while I was in high school.
I think I might have done mine when I was in high school as well.
Just before I turned 18. But, I mean, that's a small ask to ask, you know, for the right to vote. I mean, you should play some part of a civil service in your community, even if it's frickin' jury duty, you know, or anything like that, you know. But definitely, I mean, serving in the military would definitely qualify. Obviously, you're going to do a draft card if you serve in the military, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no.
The slightest requirement, and if that shuts people right up.
Yeah.
You're going to complain about the voting outcome, but yet you couldn't vote, or you know, you have skin in the game. So yeah, I'll hear you.
Yeah.
You know, it's people nowadays, they want to complain about what we got, but yet they don't vote.
Yeah.
Locally is what I like to push more. So, I mean, nationally is very important to me too, especially coming up. But locally, you don't know who you're putting in these seats.
Yeah,
For the longest time, I looked at the name on the frickin' ballot and I was like, oh, that's a stupid looking name. Let me pick this other person. Or just something like that, because I had no idea who these people were.
Right.
There was no social media.
No.
You know, and there was no YouTube, obviously. They weren't broadcasting a lot of these dopes. Or local newspapers that like to spread disinformation like we have around here. But speaking of, there was that presidential debate the other night. I guess Vivek Ramaswamy did pretty good. He was getting attacked by multiple other candidates, which is a good sign, but he's not going to get the nomination either way. And he wasn't the winner on the stage. DeSantis was pretty good from what I heard. Nikki Haley was horrible. Chris Christie was his slobby self. I think he thought he got one up on Trump, where he said they're going to start calling him Donald Duck because he keeps ducking these debates. But Christie is a frickin' slob. I post some stuff about him. I just can't stand him. But he's the former governor from New Jersey.
Right.
He's just a slob. There's nothing good about that guy at all. But they said the main winner was Donald Trump. He wasn't even there. I think he did a speech on Truth that night. Same night, Tucker Carlson did an interview with Bill O'Reilly, which is where I got that clip from, which I freaking hilarious. But yeah. Anyways, the rioting in Philadelphia, Center City.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
I don't
What's
even
up
know
with
what
that?
it was over.
Or what is that?
I don't know, but
Or
there
what
was
that?
some they call her an influencer, but I don't think she was an influencer. I think she just had TikTok, but she was streaming during these rioting. They were looting the Apple store. They looted an Apple store, a Foot Locker, and a couple other high-dollar stores, and she's like TikToking it, saying, we all need to eat. We all need to eat. She ended up with like a bottle of Hennessy or some shit like that. They arrested her 4 hours later. Ooh. And now she's on the internet. She wants people to donate to her GoFundMe. She's traumatized. She's never been arrested before. She can't believe this happened. And she's trying to sell hoodies or some stupid shit like that. I don't have anything on her, but yeah.
She didn't say anything. Oh. Hey, what's this video that I've been seeing about Britney Spears and these knives, her swinging these knives or whatever? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
What is that,
man?
What is that? Talk to me. Tell me. Inform me. Let me know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, so that's why inform me. Let me know.
Let me see if I have.
Because I don't want to open my mouth if I
don't know. I know everybody thought she should be, released from her conservatorship or something like that, but it's apparent maybe the best thing for her was to stay locked up. I don't have nothing on here to share, but it was she was dancing around with knives. And
Yeah,
shit,
like what was that
like
all about?
Freaking Fruit Loop, man.
Yeah, like she was like one of those ninja, fruit ninjas.
Something, yeah, like it was weird,
You know?
man. Some people were worried for her dogs. They wanted her dogs taken away from her because she was unstable. She was released from her conservatorship that was underneath her dad for almost all her adult life and some of her childhood,
Right.
obviously. But she's a wreck. Yeah, another person who was under conservatorship, the dude that was in the one movie with Sandra Bullock and the Tim McGraw. They had the black kid that was a football star,
You lost me, Mike.
Big Mike. He was, they took him in and, he played football and he went on to play pro or something like that. Well, they're now claiming that they exploited him and this and that. Well, he
Right.
just got released from a conservatorship also. Made The Longest Yard?
Oh, yes. Oh, no.
Not The Longest Yard.
It's not The Longest Yard. It's called, what is it called? Friday Night Lights?
No.
Or it's called...
It's going to bother me now, so keep talking so we don't bore
Damn.
everybody. But
No, I know what you're talking about. It's called, they adopted him. The store says they adopted him. He went to school, and then it was time to go to college, and he didn't really know what college to pick because his mom went to one college and his dad went to another college, and he didn't want to disappoint them or anything like that. What is it? What does it say?
I don't. Well, his name was Michael O'Hare,
Yes.
and he alleges the family tricked him into it. Former Ravens OT Michael O'Hare alleged in petition
Yeah,
that he
what was
found
it?
out he was under conservatorship and not adopted by the Tohoi family.
Yeah, but what was the name of the movie though?
I'm still looking for that.
Oh.
Blindside.
Yes, Blindside. Actually, the movie actually sounds very. I mean, it
You haven't
fits-
seen it?
No, I've seen it. That's why I was describing you what the movie's about. But Blindside, if you think about it, they just got blindsided. Somebody got blindsided.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody got blindsided.
Somebody got blindsided now, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mike, that's what they meant. That's why they named this movie this way.
Yeah, so I don't know
For
if
sure.
they made money off. I think they said they
Somebody
made money
Yeah,
off.
just look at the
book and
title,
movie.
Blindsided. Ha!
Yeah.
Somebody just got fucking blindsided. Somebody
Yeah, I
made
don't
money.
know.
Somebody
That's-
made something out of it.
It's horrible, because it's Family Feud. They took him in. It's not like they
Mike, it's not Family Feud. Just here we go again with child trafficking, man. That's another way they traffic.
Well, they
the child.
definitely gave him a better life.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
they
they
didn't
did.
traffic him. He was.
They did.
He
but,
wasn't taken against his will. And I don't think he was groomed either. But they definitely saved
but
him.
once he-
if the movie had any real value to it, like real
Right.
life value to it.
Okay, but what did you just say he just found out that they what?
Well, that's what he says now. I don't know. He could be
Okay,
a dirtbag.
There you go.
Could be
We
like
all
you
know.
said. He could be blindsiding them with these
Yeah,
lies.
blindside with it. Somebody's
Yeah.
getting being blind. Someone is not.
All of a
Someone's
sudden?
not telling the truth. Yeah,
All of a sudden you got a problem with it.
yeah. Someone's butt hurt.
Yeah. So
You know, I'm just
whatever.
saying. I don't know.
I agree. Let me see here. But anyways, that's pretty much all I had. There was probably some other stuff, but I can't find it now.
No, I had some other stuff too, but
What you got?
I don't know. I can't remember right
It's
now.
kind of weird without Vince here tonight.
Yeah, it is. It is a little weird. It's okay though. We figure it
Yeah,
out.
Vince is feeling a little under the weather. Hopefully he's watching at home.
I believe he is. Give us a thumbs up, Vince, if you're whatever platform you're at. Tell them people to follow us.
Yeah. Share. Oh, you know what? I wanted to share
What was it?
something here. Did I not? Hold on. So we were talking about the border. We were talking about the presidential debate. It's not going to be. I'm not going to be able to get it pulled up. I thought I had it ready for us already.
Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about too? Or just kind of just briefly tell you a little bit something?
What's that?
About did you hear about the campaign about the meet and greet with Eric Flowers?
No.
That just happened this past Thursday.
No, I didn't hear about
At
it.
the
Where was it?
At the Vero Beach Country Club.
So, I wonder how much money he was able to raise.
I don't know. It doesn't say. But what a little sneak, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Was the
he's
last minute
running.
thing. Yeah. But you know who his guest speaker was?
Who?
Guess.
John Walsh.
Boom. You got it.
I follow Megan Walsh on X. If you're not on X, again, get on X. We're streaming live for the first time tonight. I don't know if the quality is very good or not. Yeah, there's some pictures. I don't know who's there with him, but I just have a hard time trusting these guys. But there's other guys running, like Chief Touchberry.
But it was like a whole ordeal.
Oh yeah, it's a fundraiser. That's how they do it, and they'll sell tickets for like a dinner. And if you want to go,
I kind of want to go one day.
Well, there's different fundraisers. Like I would, if you're going to spend the money, if you're going to donate, definitely go to somebody you want to support.
Yeah, but I kind of
they're coming up.
I mean, I don't mind supporting to whoever, man. But I want to show up and be like, not start a problem or anything, but be like, oh, why? Who are you, or what brings you here?
All right.
You know, sort of type of deal. I mean, I don't know. That's just me.
So let me see if this works. Hold on 1 second.
This is how the algorithm on social media works. When you first publish content, it gets distributed to 20% of your followers and to a portion of people who are
Hold on, our audio is still
not your
going, but I'll fix this. No, I'll get this right for us, but
Oh, you're still trying to figure out the audio?
Well, this particular it's a graphic as to the algorithm when you share, like, or follow content on these platforms. So it's important. Let's see.
This is how the algorithm on social media works. When you first publish content, it gets distributed to 20% of your followers and to a portion of people who are not your followers, but whose interests align with the content. Then, the algorithm measures two things: watch time and engagement. If a person spends time watching the content, it gets pushed to more people with similar interests. Otherwise,
but I've shared it. It's important you like, share, and follow. I don't care if you share it, but if you comment and if you just like it, that's enough for us to reach viewers that aren't subscribers and push us higher up on news feeds or X feeds or whatever you call it. But for sure, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble.
Yeah, definitely.
Truth. I mean, look us up. We're out there. There's other imitators, but none that are us, right?
Yeah.
You got anything else, Leo, before we wrap this up?
I think I'm pretty good. You know, it is what it is. You know.
Next week.
Just a big shout out. You know, whatever you're doing, don't give up. You know, because we haven't given up. You know, even though
we got 5 watchers.
Yeah, even though we got 5 watchers. No,
actually, we're doing all right across all the platforms.
But
more than I would expect.
Right, but you're right though, Mike. You know, like what were they saying? What are the ratings for a podcast? You know,
well, most of them, like Eddie talks about it on TGI now. Most podcasts don't make it past 7 episodes.
7 episodes. You know,
yeah, and we're at probably close to 60, probably.
Okay, 60. Yeah. But see. And like you said, you know, we laugh because it's true. You know, well, okay, we got 5 followers or we got 5, but guess what? We haven't given up. You know, so that's my like little message. You know, on the way, whatever you're doing, you know, don't give up. You know, eventually it's gonna pay. It's gonna pay off. When? I don't know. Am I looking for something for it to give me back for something? No, I'm not. I'm just doing it just because I like to do it. You know, something that we like to do, that we enjoy doing. So whatever you enjoy doing, whatever you like doing, just keep moving, man. Don't give up.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Just don't give up.
Well, whatever, even if it's
Whatever it
just have
is.
fun, it's successful.
Yeah,
if you have
whatever it
fun,
is.
so.
Don't give up, man. Even if you got 2-3 people, you know, helping you out, or or that are following you or liking your page or whatever, man. Whatever it is, just don't give up. You know, it's gonna pay off one day, for sure.
Yeah, so next week we're going to shoot for Monday, I believe, if everything lines up for
I
me and
believe
you.
so. Yeah.
If it doesn't happen Monday, it might be just me and Leo again.
Yeah.
Vince will be on vacation. October's going to be
A busy month.
a busy month. October, November, December, and January.
But we're
it's-
looking forward to,
we've
like
been
we
pretty
said,
consistent.
We're not gonna give up. We will find a way. So
And I wouldn't mind, even if we had to do a quick one.
yeah, a little short one
If
here
we're
and there,
separated by states, maybe we can get something out there.
Yeah.
But
But
do
we'll
some
get it
live
done.
videos. I've been trying to push
Definitely.
some shorts and stuff to try and get us out there. So if
Yeah.
you got anything you want to hear about or you want to comment about, shoot us a DM or comment on any of the content on there. And,
Let us know, for show.
all right, Vince will play us out again.
I could do a Joe Madden. Boom! He just got fucked up.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.